Hey, Tim Sykes here, and I have a very important video lesson right now, how to grow your accounts exponentially. And I wrote this blog post the other day. I'll link it just below this video, how to make 100 times on your money. I know it sounds crazy. Some people are like, that's impossible. You can't even make more than 20% per year. Well, maybe if you're investing in, blue chip securities and mutual funds the way that 99.9% of people do. But if you focus on niches, you can make 5, 10, 20, 100 times your money. And I gave an example here. Roland, he is arguably my hottest student right now. He has made roughly 100 times his money in 2017. He also studies 17 hours a day. He's watching all my DVDs and video lessons. His favorite two DVDs are Trading Tickers by Tim Grittani and my How to Make Millions guide. But he's also trading volatile stocks and assets. And too many of you guys are messaging me about random stocks. And so I'm posting this because I want you to be prepared, especially for Friday morning. Fridays are the day when you have the biggest spikes. And right now we have so many things spiking. It's going to be actually pretty amazing. So I want you to watch this before the market open on Friday so that you can be prepared. Perhaps the biggest thing spiking right now is Bitcoin. You know, I've been talking a lot about this. I'll actually have a blog post on timothysykes.com with my whole detailed take on Bitcoin, but this is the chart, and it is hitting all-time highs pretty much every single day. I mean, it just dropped from 5,000 and it went all the way up to 8,000. So there is so much volatility here, but this is what you should be trading. Not necessarily Bitcoin. I've been trading Bitcoin-related stocks. If you do want to learn about how to trade Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies, I'm telling you, you should go talk with my friend Tika. He gave a webinar, he gave a Q&A the other day, and you have a little over 24 hours to get in on his Bitcoin and cryptocurrency newsletter. I highly recommend him because, frankly, he has a lot of experience in this niche. And because this niche is so volatile, if you just go for it on your own, you might get wrecked. And, you know, I'm not going to guarantee you profits. I mean, no trader can, nobody that's real at least. But you have better odds of success with somebody who has experience, and Tika has that. And I highly encourage you, no matter how much you hate Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I get a lot of hate messages. Guess what? It is the single best performing asset in the entire world in 2017. So to hate on a top performing asset is just stupid. You know, you can have all kinds of assumptions and thoughts about, you know, is this gonna last? Is it gonna be regulated? I don't give a shit about any of that, okay? I'm interested in volatility and performance. And I don't know what's gonna happen long term, and I'll say this in the blog post tomorrow, but what I do care about is that it is spiking big time. This is a chart of 2017. Bitcoin has gone from roughly 750 up to like 7,700. So this, forget about trading in and out, forget about any other cryptocurrency. This is 10 times your money in 1 year, okay? And not even 1 year. I mean, really, the run up really started, in April. So we're talking 7 months, 10 times your money. And if you're busy, you just buy and hold. I wouldn't necessarily buy and hold it now because it's gone up so much, and I do think that you need to be more careful since it has, grown. But I want to show you charts that matter. Volatile stuff where even if you take a little small chunk of the move, it can grow your account exponentially. That's the cool thing. In the stock market, let me talk about HMNY. I've been buying this a few times. There was actually money to be made on the short side too. But it went from basically 3 to 30 plus. And this started a whole trend with lots of low float stocks, lots of supernovas. And guess what? You can play it on the way up. You play it on the way down. You can short it. And, this one has been trying to bounce. It's a little weak. I was just buying it earlier today in the 1240 area. It's in the 1280s after hours. I think you can go back to the 13s, maybe even 14s on a Friday. We'll see. I'll post my watch list later. But this is the kind of volatile stuff that I want you trading. Look at these charts. 10 times your money here. HMNY, guess what? More than 10 times your money, and this is all inside of a month. So focus on stuff like this, and even if you mistime it terribly, you can make double or triple your money, or make 10, 20, 30% on your money in a day or two. If you're trading like stocks like GE, GE is actually getting crushed. If you're trading stocks like Intel, okay, this thing It's had a very good 50 days. It's gone from 35 to 45. This is 30% on your money. That's not bad for a big company like Intel. Goldman Sachs, guess what? 216 to 240. So it's up, what, 10% in the past 2 months. Not bad. But compare that to HMNY. And HMNY is just one of them. I did a video lesson here yesterday. I'll link this one too. Just talking about some of the supernovas that are happening right now. Sorry, I got a lot going on. I'm actually, I can't tell you exactly where I am because I'm in a third world country and it's kind of scary. But I have some schools opening up right now and some new projects with my charity that are opening up, and I'll post photos and videos soon. So I'm a little excited. I'm a little hopped up on coffee because I'm trading in the middle of the night with the time zone here. It's kind of crazy. You can trade from anywhere, but there are some downside risks when you're trading from different time zones. So me drinking a lot of coffee and sounding like cracked out is one of those things. But let me just show you. This was literally yesterday's video lesson because HMNY, okay, this was a big spike back in, October, like a month ago. But now look at this. CHFS. Let me just pull up a 2-day chart just to show you what volatility looks like. From the 3s to the 24s, back down to 12, back to 24, back to 12. I mean, this is freaking 6 times your money in a day. Then it drops 50%. Then it doubles. Then it drops 50%. I have so many students to congratulate who made $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $15 a share, long or short. I guess you can only make $12 a share shorting, but there's so much opportunity. It's insane. Some other plays. Let me just keep going. Let me show you some more charts. LEDS, this one yesterday from 2s to the 10s, 5 times your money. Back down to 6, back up to 9. This is a 50% bounce. And then from 9 back down to 6, this is a 30% drop. Volatile, volatile, volatile. Let's go back to this list. I listed them all. LEDS was another one. Oh, this was LEDS. Wow, I'm cracked out. CREG, this has been a big winner over the past few days from the 1s to the 9s. Let me just memorize these. KBSF was a big winner earlier this week. Get this, from the 2s to the 14s, back down. KONE was another one, from the 3s to the 7s, and it's had a few different follow-up spikes. CLWT tried spiking, couldn't really do it, and now, what was the other ones today? Ugh, there's just too many stocks. There were two 200% winners. CADC, from the 2s to the 9s, and OPHC, from the 2s to the 13s and back down. So you have endless examples right now. And it's not that any of these companies are amazing. It's not that any of them are revolutionizing the world. It's not that any of them are actually going to even hold their gains. Even HMNY, which arguably has a kind of a booming business, it's tough. After it cracked, from 30 back down to single digits, I mean, this is the past 10 days, and it's had trouble getting back from 9 to the 12s. So you need to play it when it's hot. And I made this video lesson yesterday, and I basically said, focus on low float winners. And that is what CADC was today. From the 3s to the 9s, I know so many of you guys who made $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 a share. If you take anything, don't feel like you have to take the whole move. If you take anything, be happy. And even if you missed it, okay, still just learn from it. Sometimes there's wannabe plays that are trying to bounce. This was yesterday's lesson too, where I was dip buying CREG. It just didn't get a big bounce. Okay, so sometimes the bounces don't come back very quickly. MARK actually had a nice little bounce too. CDTI is a new one too. I mean, it's just endless. And I alerted this in the chat room. What was it? The 180s, I think, and it went all the way up to the 240s. What was that other one? I can't even think. There's literally too many. EGLT was another one that had a nice spike and a nice bounce. Volatile, volatile, volatile. So right now, maybe your guys are like, okay, I get it. Trade volatile stocks, trade, charts like Bitcoin, like this. This is volatile. I get it. But when do you actually buy? So for me, I like buying morning spikes. Let me just show you this. Spikes Fridays. I have a little bit.ly link here. So this is a Friday morning spike. This was back in September on KURA. And you can't see it here, but this is like 9 a.m. This is pre-market, right at the market open. This is a good example. On a Friday, and again, Fridays you have to watch out for extra big spikes. So this was, what, 2 months ago. But Friday morning, KURA, near the market open, you can see the volume come in right here, and it's just breaking to new highs. It's scary to buy it right at the market open because sometimes, you just buy into a brick wall. But I like this kind of delayed breakout here around 9:45 a.m. And you can see this strong move up. And that's what led to a big Friday morning spike. If you look at CADC, I mean, this was a Thursday morning spike. But you can see here, just bring it up so you can see the time of day. So this is the market open right here. And it's a strong move. I mean, you had to be really quick. But if you buy the high of the day breakout here at 670, I mean, it goes straight to 850. And you have to be so quick. Like, I can't even alert this. By the time I alert this, by the time you even read the text message, the play will have moved. I mean, this is 9:36 a.m. with a breakout at 675. And then it goes up nearly $2 a share by 9:41. This is 5 minutes. And then it comes down $1. I actually like dip buying better. HMNY, I've been dip buying. I don't like chasing it. And so if you missed the first breakout over the day high, look at this. Guess what? You got a second chance on CADC. It came right back to the 670 level. And then it spiked $3 a share. I mean, this is from 10 a.m. until 10:15. So this is 15 minutes. This is a 5-minute spike, and this is a 15-minute spike. And then it gets choppy, and you have like a little uptrend into the close. I mean, you had a nice $2 a share spike into the close too. Maybe some people are thinking that this can go again. But I like buying high of the day breakouts, or if you miss it, if it's too quick, it comes down and then it holds support where the former high of the day is. This is Technical Analysis 101, and this all happens in the first hour of the trading day. On Fridays especially, you will see it. What was the other one? Oh, there's too many tickers. I'm losing my mind. OPHC. This one is just so damn quick. So many chat rooms just buy it all at once, and then they tell all their subscribers to buy it. Like, this is hilarious that these chat rooms are like, look how easy this is, and they buy it, and then they're not even doing like text alerts. They're just doing audio, so that they're just like, everybody buy, and their whole chat room buys it, and the thing spikes. They're like, look how easy this is. I wouldn't necessarily chase an audio alert from some bullshit chat room. There's a reason why, they're not multi-millionaires. There's a reason why they don't show all their trades, because they just give audio alerts and they spike the stock with all their subscribers. It's a joke. But the good news is this allows for opportunity. This was actually a great short into the morning spike. There weren't that many shares to short. And then the bounces were kind of weak, but this is what can happen on a Friday afternoon, or a Friday morning, sorry, where it's so quick like this. So I want you to look at this stuff and just beware. And then also don't chase. Like, if you see a stock go from 3 to 7, don't feel like, oh, well, this one went from 3 to 7 and then it goes up to 13. So if you buy it at 7, you're safe. Most of the time, 99% of the time, if you buy a stock that goes from 3 to 7 in like 2 or 3 minutes, that's chasing. So just because this one actually worked, don't get in the habit of chasing. Don't get in the habit of opening yourself up to that risk. Beware of this kind of thing. I greatly prefer charts like CADC, even though this is a 5-minute spike and this is a 15-minute spike, so it's kind of fast. OPHC is so freaking quick. It can drop very quick too. You can see here, what if you're chasing it at 13 and you think it's going to 20, and then it goes to 7 and you lose half your money inside of like 30 minutes. So get excited for this volatility, but also protect, and don't just buy anything. Don't just chase. And don't feel bad if you miss it, okay? I've missed a lot of these spikes, but I've still made roughly $200,000 this year. I'm trading small. I'm trading from all over the world. I don't have FOMO. I don't have fear of missing out. You take what you can and you learn from the rest. I think that's actually a good quote. So if you understand this video lesson, leave a comment underneath it saying, take what you can, learn from the rest. Take what you can, learn from the rest. 8 words. And that way it'll get you thinking, where you don't have to be in every single stock. XNet is another one spiking. It's just, this is a nice actually midday breakout. I just, when people ask me like, when do you actually want to buy these stocks? Like, you can't just be in them and just hold them. For me, I like when stocks prove themselves. I like high of the day breakouts. Midday is kind of tough. This is a very low odds setup too. When, right around noon Eastern, this thing breaks 1387. Okay, it goes up, but it's kind of choppy. But at least looking for high of the day breakouts, that allows you to have a very specific entry point. You can see here, like I wouldn't enter it here, I wouldn't enter it here. Here it tries to break the day high and it fails, so you think it might actually top. When it succeeds here, I mean, this is all in 2 or 3 minutes, and it goes from 1380 to 1440. You can see the big volume spike. Because I'm not the only one who likes to buy high of the day breakouts. If you use the software Stocks to Trade, there's a whole high of the day breakout scanner. And I'll actually include that, a link to that video lesson in this one too. So you can really start to fine tune how to find these high of the day breakouts, whether they're happening midday or, near the market open. But this is what you should be focused on. And, XNet, $15 stock, not ideal. HMNY, $12 stock, not ideal for me. I prefer lower price stocks, so I don't mind screwing up a little bit because it's not in my sweet spot. But all I'm doing is looking for stocks that break the high of the day and ideally have news. Here's CDTI, it had news. Supposedly there's an unannounced Toyota contract. You have to be careful with, those rumors and stuff like that. But in this market, it pays to be speculative. That's probably the best lesson from all this stuff. We're in a strong bull market. Friday is coming quickly. So I don't know what stocks are going to spike. I don't know if these stocks that I mentioned are going to do follow-up spikes or if there's going to be new spikes. But I'm in a speculative mindset. And I want to release this video before so that, if I do alert, with a trade or I post some ticker in the commentary section, or if, maybe, guess what? I might miss a trade or I might miss one of these spikes. At least you can be prepared for what's working best right now. There's a whole bunch of different stocks in play at any one time. There's a whole bunch of different patterns. MARK is an earnings winner, and this had a nice rebound, right? Like this one, I know a lot of people were shorting this because it never holds its spikes. Well, guess what? I mean, in this market, it is holding its spikes and it's squeezing shorts, but at the same time, it's very choppy. So Mark, I don't mind missing this because even though this is lower price, even though it's an earnings winner, so I like it better, it's kind of tricky. So don't feel bad if you miss it. Don't feel bad if you lose. Don't feel bad at all. Every single trade should be used to grow your account or grow your knowledge. And that way you're always moving forward. Every single day you're gradually getting better. And inside of 1, 2, 3 years tops, you have a lot of experience. And, this is why I'm creating millionaires faster than anybody else. And this is why my rate at which I'm creating millionaires is increasing. Where my first millionaire took, I think, 3 years to achieve. Second millionaire was like 2. My first millionaire was like 5 years to achieve. Second millionaire in Tim Grittani was 3 years. Third millionaire now is under 2 years. And it's going to keep decreasing because I have more and more video lessons and you guys have more and more examples. And just because I want you to become my next millionaire student, don't think that it's going to be easy. Most of my students start with just a few $1,000s. So to grow a few $1,000s into 7 figures, let alone 6 figures, it's going to take a lot of volatile stocks and a lot of plays. And in order to do that, some of the plays you're going to miss, some of the plays you're going to learn from, some of the plays you're going to have to cut losses quickly. You have to learn how to cut losses quickly. That's a required skill. And you'll thank me later on when you have a lot of money that I taught you how to cut losses quickly. Otherwise, if you don't learn that skill, let's say you do make a lot of money, you can blow up very quickly. I know a lot of other chat rooms where they've had successful students and then they lose 50, 75, 100% of their money because they've been taught with flawed strategies. They haven't been taught to play it safe. They've been taught to be gunslingers. And guess what? Gunslingers die. So I don't want you to be a gunslinger. I want you to focus on volatile stocks. I want you trading high of the day breakouts like this, but at the same time, always, always, always protect your blind side. Always, always, always consider the risks and, don't feel bad if you lose on a stock that works out perfectly. Don't feel bad if you miss a stock that works out perfectly. This is not an exact science. You're going to need to have, let's say, if you do 1,000 trades, you're going to need to have 200 misses where you cut losses quickly and it did really well. You're going to need to have 500 trades where you could have taken the trade, but it moved too quickly and you missed out. You're going to need to have 700 good trades where you took a half the potential profits or a third of the potential profits. There's a whole spectrum, and you cannot expect perfection. And I wish someone had told me this when I first began, because I know many of you guys get frustrated when you see these plays or you see somebody else making money and you have the wrong mindset. So as long as you're watching this, as long as you're witnessing this, even if you're just paper trading, if you're using stocks to trade paper trading, if you're just studying these video lessons, if you're totally broke and you have no money to even trade with, at least start witnessing it and studying it, okay? And again, if you understand what I'm saying in this video lesson, take what you can and learn from the rest. I think that's what I said. I don't even remember. Anyways, volatile times. Congrats to so many of you. Watch out for Fridays. It's going to be extra volatile. And then again, if you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin, I highly recommend Tika. I'll post a link to his newsletter. This deal ends in a little over 24 hours, so take advantage of it. I'll see you guys in the chat room. We got a busy Friday coming up, so get your sleep, get ready. Let's do this.